Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Narlo here. Say hello to everyone, Narlo. Good boy. When we last left off, we were working with Éowyn here. We had gone and done a number of speeches about town to get people compliant with the king's order that we're going to be evacuating the town. Taking them all to Dunharrow. Another big difference from the movie. They did not all go marching women and children and everybody else into Helm's Deep like they did in the movie. No, Éowyn took the women and children into Dunharrow. The soldiers went to Helm's Deep. The riders went to Helm's Deep. So she has achieved compliance now with all the people, and now we are going to search the locations because she is worried that Grima's house had been ransacked. So obviously somebody working with Grima, knowing of his information, is still here in town. So we've got his writings, and we're supposed to search the locations. So let's go ahead and take a look. We have got writings taken from Grima's chambers, and yes, they are actually here as well. We could have right-clicked on them here. Let's see what they say. None of us are doing this for free, Worm. Remember that we expect to be paid and well for our services. If you think we're common brigands, you aren't as sharp as that blade you carry around. If you aren't careful, you'll find it in your back next, and maybe the old man will find another to do his bidding. Maybe that's one of us. You say you can't grant me the burg, but I'm not dealing with the sword of jewels on my own. If the old man values you as you say he does, why is he not giving you the run of the place once it's all done? L. Interesting. On another parchment in the same hand, F says he'll bring the weapons out of the guardhouse on the morrow and leave them by the side wall. Are you certain the king will stay inside? We have not seen him in weeks, but he does still command the loyalty of the people. Only he can stop this now that E is imprisoned. F assures me that E will not be a problem. He spends day and night poring over that map, raging against his confines, but will not disobey the king. L. On a scrap of parchment in a different hand. The Blood Eye thinks we should act quickly. He says Gandalf is coming back. How could he know this? H. This page is almost illegibly written in a hasty hand. Which tower? There are several along the northeast wall of the city. I do not know if L is going to put the wood at the proper tower. You used to talk to him before we... You used to talk to him before we act. H wanted me to ask about the contents of the chest as well. You say it will burn, but it is very sturdy and may not spread to the southeast gate if the chest burns. But the fire does not spread. H says it'll be your head. F. Lord, he definitely had some interesting friends, didn't he? Alright. So let's see. We've got the watchtower. Éowyn's giving you the writings. I want you to find out where in the city those clues might refer. And they're trying to undermine the efforts. Okay. Well, let's go back to that. It looks like... No, it's working for free. So... Oh, come on. Scroll. Out of the guardhouse and leave them by the side wall. Okay. Well, let's head to the guardhouse. Would that be it there? That is definitely a guardhouse. We were in it before. It had looked like some barracks inside of it. Had a jail setting inside of it as well. So we'll check that out. We'll also scan some of these other buildings as we go past them and see what they may be. For instance, this one right here, what is that? Abandoned house. Yeah, there's got doors. Grima's chambers. I'm thinking we search this one first with all the towers. Alright, we are coming out here. It is going to be morning soon. It is 4 dawn. The sun is rising. Another instance here that puts our theory about expecting that it's nighttime all the time, because we just happen to notice that it's nighttime all the time. Lord, what's that called? I cannot remember the name of it right at the moment. Good Lord, my memory's getting horrible. It truly is. Door. I'm thinking it's the guardhouse, and there's supposed to be a pile of weapons beside the wall. Supposed to be a pile of wood by one of the towers. Oh, there we go. I just saw misplaced weapons. Yep, so this is the guardhouse that we needed to find. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. What does it say? These weapons have no business being here. We're doing Chapter 9, Seeds of Treachery. The weapons are out of place. Why were they moved here? Okay, so that was the weapons. Bring the weapons, the guardhouse, loaded people. Gandalf is coming back, and then this is which tower? There are several along the northeast wall, and there needs to be wood and a chest on the northeast wall. Okay, well, this is north. We've had some issues with directions. This is north, so let's find wood and chest along the northeast wall. Is it going to be inside or outside, though? That would be the question. And near what tower? So I would say near one of these towers along the wall. Let's go and search these. It looks like they didn't build a wall here because they don't figure anything can get up this hill. I will not try it on my own right at the moment. North and east. Yes, we are heading in the correct direction. Alright, pile of wood and something about a chest on the northeast wall. Okay. I'm expecting to either see sparklies or be like the misplaced weapon. See some words appear. Or perhaps run into somebody like this. Habakkuk, huh? Well, chose the wrong hobbit pick on, my friend. We're gonna take you down. Habakkuk was an ally of Wormtongue, but are there others? Alright, there's the timber pile. This timber pile should not be next to the tower in this way. We just fought Habakkuk. Did someone put this pile of timber here with plans to set it ablaze? This is Habakkuk's brother, Habakkuk. The one thing with these respawning enemies is that they really should not respawn quite that quick. Alright, so we got that out of the way. Yeah, see? He respawned like instantly. A little bit fast on the timer there, my friends. Now, is there a chest? Can that door open? Does that door open? No, that door doesn't open. Let's continue along the wall and see if there's a chest somewhere along here. I think that's the next item we have to find. And if we don't see that, then we'll start look at the note and see if it gives us another clue of where we need to look for this. Maybe it's on the outside of the wall. I did not see, the door didn't look like it would open. A frantic farmer. Is there a reason you're so frantic, farmer? Okay. Ah, scorched strongbox. That would be the one. And is there anyone who's going to attack me there? Leofin? You going to attack me? Am I going to have to beat you up? What do we got outside the gate here? Okay, scorched strongbox, which isn't giving me any readings. Yep, I'm gonna have to take you on as well. Alright. I have no problem with beating up a woman. I've had to defeat several of them in Angmar and stuff like that. If y'all choose the wrong side, your particular gender. Leofig was an ally of Wormtongue, but are there others? Talk to Eowyn outside Medusel. Okay, so we found that. If you choose the wrong side, I don't care which gender you are. At that point, you become genderless. You just become an enemy. Now, back over this way. That's the way we get back up to Medusel. I think this is the route over here. Alright, you people break it up. I have to give y'all the speech as well. How you need to move along, nothing to see here. Okay, Eowyn. Let's see. There we go. I was gonna say if it didn't have us a route up here, I was gonna start taking to see if I could which one of these hills I could ride up. That was for sure. On up. Ah, this is the correct way. There's the road right there, the one that we're looking for. Not so much getting turned around as things just didn't look the same, looking at Medusel from the side like that. Let's find Eowyn and chat with her once more. My lady, we have done as you wished. We have found evidence that yes, there are people in town still allied with Wormtongue, or there were.
You found some of Grima's allies and defeated them? Good.
Those snakes would have caused trouble for us, especially once my uncle rides to Isengard. I hope that was all of them, Narlo. I still do not understand all the mysteries you uncovered in Grima's chambers. Perhaps we have ended the schemes that were plotted there. My uncle and his riders are ready to depart. Okay. Once again, is it agility and will? Vitality. Is will and vitality? No. Vitality and agility. Agility and vitality. Agility first, so that's our biggest one. Agility and vitality. It looks like conspiracy. Scheming, conspiracy, and operation. Looks like conspiracy it's gonna be. Okay, that is definitely a boost for us, so that's the one it's going to be. Finish now.
My preparations continue, but my uncle's are complete.
Looks like we had another item level up. Yep, the bridal level, did it? Okay. Chapter 10, The King Rides West. My preparations continue, but my uncle's are complete. Now he rides to Isengard and to war. I will remain behind as he is commanded, but my thoughts will dwell upon him until his return. Enter the Golden Hall and see if he has further commands for those of us who will remain. Certainly. I take leave of you, my lady. Chapter 10, The King Rides West. I think this will probably be the end of today's episode. We will not be getting one up for a little while here. I am working the next 5 days, or 5 nights, and I'm going to be pretty darn tied up. Y'all will see a couple more trucking things just because they are already recorded and already edited, so they will be there. I have them ready to upload, but when I'm actually at work, it is just about impossible for me to do too much gaming at the same time, because those tend to be about 14-hour days. And that gives me just enough time to come home, shower, change, eat, get the chores and all that kind of stuff done, see the wife for a few minutes, and then go to bed. So there won't be a lot of this or all that going on, but we will certainly be putting them out just as soon as we get these work days out of the way. Let's go ahead and talk to Theoden.
The riders are ready to depart, as am I.
Chapter 10, The King Rides West. The riders are ready to depart, Narlo, as am I. We will ride to Isengard and remind Saruman of what he has forgotten, that the Riddermark is not for the taking. It belongs to the Erlingas, who will refresh his memory with sword and spear. I know that Eowyn is unhappy with her charge, and she would be on the forefront of the battle if I allowed her to ride with us. It would console her little to know that it is not her safety I seek to ensure with my command, but that of my people. They need someone to lead them in my absence, someone to give them hope for better days to come. They need Eowyn to be strong, and I know she will be. Another spear at Isengard will avail us little. A shield at home may be the difference at the last. I am ready to ride. Let me know when you are ready to see us off. Talk to Theoden and Meduseld and watch his company ride to war. All right, we may have, let's see, it's still 16 minutes. It's only 16 minutes. Let's go ahead and watch the company ride to war. Okay, we'll go ahead and we will continue this quest, and we will watch that
It is time.
instance as well. Let's travel now.
Theoden King has mustered a force of more than 1,000 spears, and prepares to ride for Isengard. Will he return to Edoras in this life?
All right. Bunches of men of Rohan. Although if you have watched the appendices of The Lord of the Rings, and I would recommend it, of course, I'm sure you all have, but if you watch the ones for the Two Towers movie, you'll see that many of the men of Rohan were actually women of Rohan. They were actually women riders wearing beards. They were all ones in the movie. So many of them were doing Eowyn here. That is a lot of horses ready to ride in Éomer over yonder. Let's get ready and let's talk to Theoden. Gandalf was right, Narlo. I have sat in the shadows of my hall for too long. It is good to breathe the clean air once more, and to feel the breeze upon my face. Grima's whisperings made me forget, but now the memory of good has returned to me, and in greater force than before. Walk with me a ways, Narlo. I have a request to make of you. I might not walk, I might ride my pony.
Forward, snowmen! While I ride to Isengard, I would have you lend your aid to those who remain behind.
Our friend does not ride with us?
There are dangers both behind and ahead, Éomer.
I know you are needed elsewhere, Narlo. Still, I would feel more at ease if you rode with us. Éomer hesitates, and you can see him struggling with the weight of a decision. I do not want to add my own worries to those that already concern you, but if you find yourself in the Eastfold, perhaps you will cast an eye toward my own home. The town of Aldburg is my home when I'm not in Edoras, and it is now left in the care of my steward Arsel. It has been a long while since I returned to Aldburg, and I worry that the dangers that threaten the rest of the march may also affect my home. You need not go there in haste. Help my sister with her own task first, but it would ease my mind if I thought you could go to Aldburg afterwards. You have my thanks, Narlo. Talk to Legolas, talk to Aragorn, and talk to Gimli. Wilbur. Okay. Legolas. There you are, Narlo. Did you not recognize me? Theoden gave us raiment of war from his own horde. I prefer my own garb, but we ride now to war, and this shining mail will serve me better. Still, I appreciate the gift. Wow. You, do look quite impressive there. Gimli? The armor of this land is not made for dwarves, Narlo, but the king gave me a shield bearing his device, a white horse on a green field. Apparently you, left it in your locker. Or got it in your pocket. I am proud to bear it, but I am less pleased at the prospect of being borne by such a creature on the journey to Isengard. I have had enough of bouncing around on the back of such beasts like a sack of meal. Éomer says that I may ride with him, and I've agreed to take him up on his offer, as long as Legolas will ride beside us. Together we will teach young Éomer how mistaken he is being concerning the Lady of the Golden Wood. We will be good company, assuming he learns his lesson well, and quickly. Aragorn. Oops. Am I still on the horse? I am still on the horse. No wonder I can't turn so well. Hello, Aragorn. I understand your path lies elsewhere, Narlo, but still we may yet meet again. There are dangers aplenty in Rohan, and not enough good-hearted folk to defeat them. If only there were 2 of you, or 4, or 6. Aragorn laughs, and some of the riders nearby look at him curiously. Sounds of merriment are rare in these times, Narlo, and defeating Saruman will not change that. Gandalf is quick to remind me that the real foe lies east and not west. But if Rohan is to survive, we must do something about the enemy that is nearest. And we will. Talk to Theoden. The host is assembled and ready to ride, Narlo, but there is still one matter I would see resolved. Will you find Gleowine and bring him before me? There is still the matter of his punishment to be settled. Oops. Alrighty, Gleowine. King wants to see you, dude. The king has chosen this moment to reveal his punishment. I am prepared, Narlo. Whatever the king decides will be just. Probably going to give you some more of that drunk cabbage, you know?
I am ready.
'Cause that stuff was horrible. Oh, Éomer Gimli.
Do you know why I have called you before me?
I do, my king. My friends and I returned to Edoras against your direct command.
Why did you do this?
We did this out of love, my king, and fear. Love of the Mark, and fear for its people.
I share this love, Gleowine, and this fear. But a king's word is law, and must be obeyed. You will not escape judgment.
That is just, my king. I submit to your will.
I ride to war. It is like to be my last riding. I need a minstrel by my side to record the deeds that await.
My king?
It will be your burden to witness my final days, if this be they, and record them in song.
You will return from the battle, my king.
That may be so. Do you accept my judgment?
I do, my king.
Very good. It is done, Narlo. Each of the 3 of you, Gleowine, Horn, and the Hobbit with whom I now speak, will serve Rohan in the ways for which you are best suited, and scrub away the black mark incurred by defying my command. Now it is time to depart, Aid my sister daughter Eowyn as the people journey to Dunharrow, and wish us well in the battle. With good fortune we will overcome and put an end to Saruman's treacheries at long last.
Forth, Eorlingus.
Aw, I would like to have seen them go riding off. That was a jip, starting it like that. Alright, talk to Eowyn again outside of Meduseld. And we'll find what we're going to be doing now that the king has rode off.
So they are gone. May they ride to victory.
It is now up to those of us who remain to carry out my uncle's will and the wishes of those who ride with him. I hope we are both up to the challenge, Narlo.
My uncle has commanded that I bring the people of Edoras to Dunharrow.
Book 12, Chapter 1, Message for Harrowdale. Alright, we will read that next time so that we don't have to read it again next time to remind us of what we're doing. So there you go. We have seen the riding of the Rohirrim as they head off to, theoretically, to Isengard, although we do know they will be detoured along the way. So in the meantime, let's have a pipe here, share a little smoke with Eowyn, and here in front of the Grand Hall of Meduseld, with the White Mountains behind us, and we will see you next time. As I said, don't expect an episode up too soon. If I get an opportunity, if I get some free time, I might be able to get one during the next few days, but I'm not going to count on it. Definitely not going to say that I'm going to be able to accomplish it. So expect another one in about 5 days whenever this long stretch of work here is over with. So we will see y'all when that's done. I hope y'all have enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.